Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle, and I'm doing a reading for Earth signs today, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in all placements. And it's timeless in general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. What am I doing? How am I beginning? I think I'm just going to go ahead and start with the wisdom of the oracle and get the baseline of the story. I was just wondering, should I pick a couple of angel cards? Kind of feeling like it. All right. So before this, let's see. Hey, there's the birthday girl, Lioness Kitty Cat. Good morning. I hope you had a fabulous birthday. Oh, thanks for popping in and saying hi. Yeah, go live your best life on vacation. Let's see. So we've got discernment. Ah, I'm so glad it was wonderful. That's great. And you get to continue celebrating because technically you're allowed to have a whole month to celebrate. In my world, at least. Ooh, we've got adventure. Come on. Come on, camera. Focus, focus, focus. Interesting. So both of these cards. Oh, I just noticed there's one. Oh, compassion had jumped out of its bowl. All right. Both of these cards, discernment and adventure, are travel cards. We've got the car here coming to a crossroads. Which way do I go? And with adventure, Angel's got a walking stick. You could be going on some kind of trip, maybe deciding where you want to go. But this can also speak to some kind of new direction in life. With this discernment, kind of figuring out what do you want to do, where do you want to go, how do you want to proceed, and getting really clear on that, and then going for it. You're like, I got my walking stick, I'm ready to you know forge a new path. Yeah. Okay. So, wisdom of the oracle. Go the distance. Once again, we've got a travel kind of energy. That's interesting. 47. Never ending story. 37. Come to the edge. 36. We've got 11 and 9. Right? Am I doing the math right? 11, 10, 9. Yeah, in order. Which kind of it kind of tells me that or the way I'm reading it is that things are, it's like you're coming to some kind of goal. You're coming to the end, right? And this has been a long process. This has been something that you have really put your all into. And this can speak to this adventure. This can also speak to kind of coming to the end of something, kind of being stuck in your head. Like, you've been pushing and going for so long, and you've put all of yourself into something, and now that it's coming to an end, or there's some kind of crossroads, there's some kind of choice point, you're kind of like, I don't know what to do. I've been on, I've been going for so long, and what now? It's like your life, like everything that you've been about, that you've been doing has kind of defined you in a way. It's all up. all a part of like the stories you tell people, stories you tell yourself. And now you're like, it's a little bit like, it's almost like a letdown, but I think it's more like you just, yeah, it's just this feeling of like, now what? And there's something about maybe you're trying to kind of come on brain, what's the word, I can't think of the word. You're trying to, kind of gain the lesson, the lessons, or to take what you've done and figure out how you're going to apply it. But there's some kind of anxiety. There's something where you're feeling stuck. Um, and this never-ending story, it could have to do with like, well, I put everything into this, and now that that's coming to an end, I'm a little bit afraid of putting myself into the next thing because there's fear there. There's this never ending story. This is the things that you tell yourself that keep you kind of stuck, make you feel like there's something wrong. You're not doing everything you should. You're really up in your head. But with Come to the Edge, this is like, it's time, this is kind of the period of time where you're just like in limbo. You're in between worlds. You're neither here nor there. But then you're kind of like, okay, you're being guided, you're getting messages. Okay, it's time to prepare yourself to jump, to launch yourself into the next thing. That's a part of the adventure. Um, yeah, and this could be anything. I'm picking up on a romantic situation here. Maybe, maybe your relationship it's done. It's come to an end, and you're in your head about it, but it's all happened so that you could have some kind of new beginning. This can also, kind of be focused on a relationship that has you've kind of you've hit some kind of milestone, and then maybe you kind of it's like things you're just putting, all your effort and work and love and attention and all this into this relationship. You reach a goal, and then you're like, what now? Like, we've been working so hard at this, we've achieved something, but grappling with something. Maybe you're both not on the same page about how to move forward, or the next best thing to do to strengthen the connection or something. But then you kind of figure something out on your own or together, and it's like, okay, in order to keep the excitement, or in order to keep us on the same page, we both need to be willing to take a leap of faith and jump. Um, to take this to the next level, or to do something that shakes things up a bit, that helps us to kind of feel that excitement again. But it doesn't have to be romantic. This can really speak to anything, whatever, if you've been working at a goal, or if this is involving work somehow, maybe you're changing jobs, or you're being promoted, doing something new. um just know, with this never ending story, you're going to figure it out. It's gonna things will fall into place. You'll come to this point of like, okay, good, I'm ready. I'm ready for the next thing. There is Mojo Tarot and Kiss JG. Good morning, thanks for being here. Okay, so yeah, I want to get some cards from Heart's Hidden Secrets. Um, Open heart, receptive, empathy, and vulnerable. I've never picked this card from this deck before. I really love that. Intimacy, bonding, sensual, and confiding. Foundation, established, family, and security. Wow. Okay. I'm glad said all that about relationships because that's absolutely what this is feeling like. Um, and again, it can be romantic, doesn't have to be. Um, this is just, this is you opening up, being receptive and vulnerable, forging a new connection or strengthening a connection, whether that's romantic or it's, good friends, family. Because, yeah, with foundation, we have family and security. So you're taking things to the next level, or you're solidifying your connection. You're taking action to spend time with somebody that you really care about. For some reason, you're up in your head, but you're gonna. I mean, if it's a new connection, that makes perfect sense. Or if you've been struggling in a connection, um, somehow struggling with intimacy or opening your heart, you're yeah, because never ending story, we've got the heart in the hourglass here. And there's things written on that heart. I don't know if I'll be able to read them even with glasses. I think, yeah, there's a lot of no, yes, love. I don't know. Anyway, we've got the two hearts here, right? So, if you're a little bit worried or scared about opening your heart or giving your heart to someone else, it's it's something to work with, and you don't want to ignore any kind of if you're seeing red flags or something isn't quite yeah working in your favor. Like I'm not suggesting you stay in any kind of situation where you feel bad or used or whatever, but this speaks to something just being in your head, and it's not necessarily what's going on with a person or around you isn't necessarily a reflection of what you're making it out to be or something, because this all of these open heart, intimacy, and foundation, it's like you're putting your effort into something and it's paying off. So I'm gonna go with the Osho Zen Tarot. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jojo. Yes, my son's birthday is today. Another Leo. My little teenager. Okay, so let's see. We've got intensity. This is the Page of Fire in other decks. Guilt. Eight of Clouds. What's going on? This guilt feels like this never ending story. What are you beating up on? You're beating up on yourself about something. Comparison, Five of Clouds. That's why, because you feel like, I don't know. Why guilt? It's this intensity speaks to this adventure. Okay, there, the Page of Fire is all about adventure and feeling excited for something new, and it's very similar to the Fool energy, and feeling optimistic and this kind of youthful, yeah, youthful excitement. And this is like, it almost takes it to the next level, because it's just like I'm putting everything into this forward motion. Once you discern what direction you want to go, then you're like, I'm hitting the ground running, or flying, as it were. I'm jumping, and I'm, yeah, going for it. But there's this guilt. I don't understand. See, okay, so yeah, yeah, the eight of clouds is this never ending story. You're carrying some kind of guilt. You're carrying something that is clawing at you, that is potentially holding you back from what you are putting your all into. Or maybe putting your all into something is causing some kind of guilt, because it could be affecting maybe a connection. Maybe you're realizing that you really need to refocus your attention somewhere, but you're leaving somebody behind. Or you're like, okay, love, my relationship person person I'm connecting with, I really enjoy our connection, but right now I really need to buckle down and focus on this new thing, this new path. And you feel guilty about, like, you're like, I can't give you as much time as you want. Could be for somebody, but it's like, the guilt could also be something more general, like, um, going after what you want means that you're putting yourself first. And maybe you were taught as a child that you need to put others first. And so there's like guilt around that. And with comparison, it's like you're in your head about your ability to show up, or it could also speak to how, you do things differently than somebody else. So you're establishing this bond, right? Um, but maybe you speak different love languages, or you kind of, you don't always feel like you're on the same page with this comparison. Um, and it doesn't make either of you wrong or right. It's just your own unique flavor with that, of how you deal with something. This guilt, I'm getting that, it may be helpful to just express yourself. The guilt, whatever this is, you're all stuck in your head. It can be helpful to just say what's bothering you. And, if this is some where you, if you feel safe enough, that just in doing that and sharing the kind of anxiety and stress that you're dealing with, especially if you're sharing it with somebody who you feel this for or about, um, that could help you to, like, they can come back and be like, oh, you're feeling bad about that, don't worry about it. Or, thank you for telling me. Now, like, we've cleared the air, opened the channels of communication, whatever. So, um, something about don't hold it inside, because that's actually just keeping you more stuck. Okay. So I want to go with the elemental oracle. Linda made it. Driving again. Yay. Thank you for popping in and saying hello. I hope you have a good drive. Good rest of your drive. Yeah. Ooh, we've got magnetism and attraction 37. Interesting that never ending story is also 37. So partly this could be just kind of like a cautionary message, kind of a little side message for you from the universe. Like, be mindful of what you're thinking about, the story that you're telling yourself that's on a loop that just, is never ending, because that is basically you're attracting in energetically what you really don't want. And you want to focus on what you do want. So, whatever this story is, try to journal could definitely help. Just write down what this is, and clearly it's something that's causing you stress. So, what's the opposite of that? And that's what you want to focus on. Imagining what you actually want, not what you don't want, and then kind of acting as if it's already happening, it's already here. Getting into this childlike um, mindset with the child sitting on the bed, which is, it's kind of this page energy. I'm ready for a new adventure. What do you want? This is a part of this discernment, by the way. Um, Getting clear in your own mind, and just being a little easier on yourself. um, those of us with prominent earth in our chart, we can really we can be really intense with ourselves. We can, just in general. So give yourself a break. Yeah. And see, we have building and atoms. Number 40. Yeah, this building is, it's like coming to the edge and jumping, and this is the new beginning. And whatever it is that you're doing, it's like you've come to the end of something else, and now it's time to rebuild, and you have to start from scratch. And that can be a little daunting sometimes. So that can also be why you're kind of up in your head. And then we've got rain and fecundity, one of my favorite 50-cent words that makes me giggle every time. And, well, I'm just noticing this is 35. So we've got 37, 36, 35 now. Anyway, as you build, you know, what is it? Build it and they will come. I'm not saying that right. Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. There's something about like as you build, um, you invite in. It's like planting a garden or something. You plant it, and then the rain comes and helps things to grow. Or the water. If you're watering it yourself, it's that element that help something to burst forth. The plants need the water in order to grow. The flowers need the water in order to bloom. So, and fecundity, by the way, it means fruition, basically. So it's like you're going to be rewarded for putting in the effort. Where are we at? Oh, it's going so fast. I really want to get some cards from the Gateway of Light activation. Yes, definitely nurture the seeds. Okay. Is that one card? I think so. Star being healing codes. Important information. Wounds are healed. Recharging. It's interesting. Wounds are healed. I love that. Because when you're going through the healing, it's not always a fun process. That can be a very painful process. But having healed, you're looking back. You're over it. The pain is done. You might have some cool scars to show off, but this is you're healed and now you're recharging and getting ready for the next phase, the next round, the next cycle, getting ready to, this recharging energy is where you're tapping into it's that time and space you're allowing yourself to get clear on what you want to do next or what you want to attract in next. Okay, and then we've got heart of source, all encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. Yeah, okay. um, this is, you are moving into this whole new energy that just, it feels so good. This is, there's no never ending story with this. When you get to this place of serenity, all encompassing love, maybe you're feeling this from someone and it's helping you to release the mental blocks, or you're just coming unconditional acceptance of where you are in your life, what you want to do. I love that energy of serenity. And sword of light, divine protection, cords cut, breakthrough energy. The breakthrough energy is coming on the heels of this serenity, because when you're in a energy of feeling really good and calm and peaceful, that is the best energy to attract in what you want. When you're stressed out, this is actually, it's a contractive energy. It it's keeping you held back and stuck, and so whatever you're trying to manifest, it's like this energy kind of overrides that, and can kind of sabotage you without you even realizing it, because we're always manifesting, we're always attracting in every moment. We're just not always aware of what we're attracting because we're not really aware of our what we're thinking. Yes, yes, this one definitely applies to me. Getting out of that overthinking brain, that can be challenging. So I'm going to go with radical abundance, to see, what would be good to focus on to kind of help you move into this energy of serenity, um, out of the kind of crap circles and into a feeling of peace. We've got companionship. Yeah, you've got somebody here who, you're deepening your bond with, who can help you. And maybe there are many people, parents. Yeah, again, it can be anybody, family, friends, lover, whoever, or spouse. But that companionship is a part of the the recipe for finding your peace and serenity. Stability. Oh, and see, we've got another travel card again. You're doing something. You're going somewhere. um yeah, and stability, it's interesting. In my mind, I think of travel as not feeling stable, because you're kind of out and about, you don't really have a home base, you're just going, going, going. But this is kind of, I feel like the stability has to do with, kind of finding creating stability even in the face of, the unknown. You're out and about, you're on this adventure, you don't know what's coming, you're just kind of like taking it moment by moment, day by day. But that is, in a way, that's, you're able to, or this is saying to Focus on where you feel stable, even when, like within yourself, even when there's things on the outside that don't necessarily reflect that. And rest. Yeah, you wanna rest and take care of yourself, and that's a part of this recharging energy. um, this rest is really important, because that you need that extra energy to help you build, to help you move in a new direction. So, um, okay, I need to pick a card from the mystical shaman oracle. Hey, Redbeard made it. Thank you for joining. Okay. Oh, we've got the arrow. That's trippy. This, I was actually, this popped into my head. Uh, yeah, when yeah, the deck called out to me and the card even called out to me. That's amazing. Okay. Number 3. When the arrow zings through the air, it is inviting you to pay attention and signifying that you are about to make your mark in some aspect of your life. It illuminates the moment of contact when you know that your desires and intentions have traveled on the wind and landed in the perfect place for your highest good. Trust that your job is to be relaxed yet focused. And isn't that interesting? We have this rest, recharge, right? But then we have this intensity and this laser focus. Keeping your eye, so trust that your job is to be relaxed yet focused, keeping your eye on the prize, yet releasing your intention with full expectation that it will land as it is supposed to. Don't worry about the how or the exact form. This is not a time to interfere with the manner in which the arrow flies. It will make its mark and you will have cause to celebrate. It's amazing. Relaxed yet focused. Keeping your eye on the prize, yet um, releasing the need for something to work out in a certain way. You know what you want, let the universe kind of step in and take care of things. It's, like I mentioned, gardening. You plant the seeds, you till the soil, you plant the seeds, you pull out the weeds, you give it water, but at a certain point you have to step back and let nature run its course. And this blossoming, this fruition, that happens on its own by you providing the right environment. So I'm going to finish with, let me just finish with a chakra card. I haven't picked one of these in a minute. Throat chakra, Vishuddha. We are all children of conditioning. Let go of the oughts, shoulds, and judgments that inhibit you. This never-ending story. Speak wisely, speak gently, speak consciously, but find your truth and express yourself. What you have to say is important. You are an expression of the divine. And therefore, I'm adding this, therefore, what you express is divine because you are divine. When you can remember that, you can let go of all these stories that you're telling yourself that you're less than. You're awesome and unconditionally loved by the universe. And when you can really embody that, that's when things start to fall into place. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. And yeah, remember to express yourself. yeah, leaving it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment if it resonates.